hard teaching you say.
Words of spirit, don't you see? I say should take another look, see. Opening windows of the soul and takes another peek, see. Christ in the bread, he isn't dead. Eat his body, true flesh, also true food. Drink his blood, true drink. Becoming separate from the world doesn't really make you think. Hard teaching you say, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Now you see, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Now you see sons and daughters of the age who listen to the new age sage who turn the last page. They done did do say who can eat his flesh and who can drink his blood. But I done told you here, bud, flesh and blood of a limb shall really get you out of a rut. Grace and truth, beams of grace through the eyes of dark. Light of truth and good and knowledge and charity and clarity into the soul of the man who done did do hawk. Fool for the journey from the tenth of this life to the next. Devil boy try to think they faith of the faithful and tell you it ain't real for the flex. But I done did do tells you Christ is truly in the bread and the wine. You really should sit down and dine. His words are true, even of a few. And by the power of Holy Trinity, who is one, he can tell no lie. You hear power of God, you should fear. Not devil boys, faithless, doubting, sneer. Hard teaching you say, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Earthly man can't hear it. Adoration of flesh and blood on display in the Holy Eucharist you see. Understanding and truth and grace and hope and love all free. Gifts from heaven and God given to the composer of flesh and spirit, which is man. You should really listen to these words of spirit and do them. Black-hooded man, short undid ran. For Christ Jesus told you all very plainly and not insanely. Unless you eat the flesh and drink the blood of the Son of Man, there'll be no life in you. Now go low in the pew and gaze upon the flesh and blood of God. Unbelieving man adores a rod, believing man loves. Hard teaching you say, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Earthly man can't hear it. Now you see the mark of the beast. Sure ain't no heavenly feast. Number of a man, mark on the hand. But it done tells you a one-man black-hooded band is here to give you a piece of truth. Without the Eucharist, the flesh of Christ and the wine, the blood of Christ, you to become John 6:6. Subjected to the crooked hoof. Faithless boys run aloof, done telling you to follow they hoof. To not believe in the words of Christ, who is good for you's life. Hard teaching you say, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Earthly man can't hear it. The one they couldn't receive, they hard teaching which the Son of God and second person of the Holy Trinity was done preaching. John 6:6. Turned away from the day and went about back to their own business and to the original life, even to return to their wife. They cannot hear these words of spirit and true and believe in faithless John 6:6. Man prefer they crooked hoof, which is untrue. Hard teaching you say, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Earthly man can't hear it. No, I done tells you Christ is truly there in the communion. Church one body, full union. Not sliced bread, which makes a loaf of bread cut off, divided and dead. Anger and hate and division right to their head. Rebels of the north, west, south and east. Unbelievers who listen to the beast. Unbelievers who follow they beast. Unbelievers who refuse to sit down on the heavenly feast. Hard teaching you say, who can hear it? Spiritual man can bear it. Earthly man can't hear it. Now I done here tells you man and woman of the day. Time to change your way. Listen to what Christ has to say and not what you have to say. For by your own power you can't even enter the next day. Last day way. Blood and flesh of God, the summit of their faith. John 6:6. The base of the crooked perverted race of unbelievers who say to the face, how can you give us your flesh and blood to eat? Demon boy beat feet. Hard teaching you say,